Tonight on the show, actor and comedian Ken Marino is here live to light us up with his new web series, Burnin' Love. Then we rate the new Jambox by Jawbone. It's a compact portable speaker that doubles as a speakerphone, so you can rock out or host a conference call. Also, strap on your silencer. I've got the first look at the new 007 flick Skyfall in the feed. Then Sneakerheads laces up with Nike's new line of kicks that doesn't use stitching. And we meet up with special FX makeup guru Rick Baker, who gives us the lowdown on the aliens he created for Men in Black 3. Strap on a helmet, check your oxygen levels, attack is coming at you, and you can't stop it.
Miss Sarah Underwood is here hosting alongside me. Thank you.
We are coming to you live.
That is the truth, and I do not know what I am doing here. I should be at home working on my level 43 wizard. My friends are all leveling right now.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Diablo 3. I'm talking about my weekend. I'm talking about a dedication. A dedication so severe that I had to get up in between like questing sessions when everybody would go back to town to sell their trinkets and their doodads. I would have to get up and do stretches because my feet were swelling because the chair in my kitchen was cutting off circulation. Threw out the chair, went to the office, grabbed that chair, wheeled it into the kitchen to sit down and continue gaming.
Wow.
Because I'm dedicated to my
some dedication.
Diablo's minions grow weaker.
You play all weekend?
Yeah, I really did. I didn't have dinner last night because I was in the middle of questing. We had to power level!
Oh my God,
and then I discovered
the
auction house. Oh. I spent hours in there. It's like treasure hunting. It really is. It's amazing. I don't have a life.
Yeah.
I don't. If I would have dedicated a fraction of my weekend to like clean water in Africa or learning an instrument, I'd be throwing a concert tonight. But then I wouldn't have a badass level 43 wizard doing 1700 DPS, son. Pew, pew, magic missiles flying out of my gilded wings.
Okay.
Beautiful.
All right.
So beautiful.
That's enough.
I'm guessing you didn't play Diablo 3 this weekend.
I did not.
Okay.
I had an eventful weekend, though.
What'd you do?
I tried, Diana, our makeup artist here, told me to go try a Korean spa and get a scrub. Yeah, she told me what to expect with the scrub. The scrub is they scrub you for like 30 minutes until you're like bleeding or whatever. So I knew that was going to happen.
Scrub you with what?
A scrubber. They scrub you with a scrubber.
Okay, that narrows it down.
But she did not tell me what to expect in the spa, and that was madness. So I get there, I'm meeting a friend, but she's like 20 minutes late, right?
Sure.
So I get my robe on, and I walk into this spa, and there's just tons of just naked women everywhere. Yeah. Like to my right I look and there's like this little little bench to the ground with like mirrors in front of it, and then the woman sitting there like shaving, just open and shaving herself. I look to the left, there's just women on all these beds in this open room getting scrubbed and massaged, but they're like, their legs are being pried open, and then there's women chasing each other.
Wait, pried open? I mean,
pried open, like the scrubbing
are there shackles
ladies,
and chains?
No, the scrubbing ladies just toss you around on the bed.
Are there at least webcams? How do I watch this? This sounds great. This sounds better than Six Flags.
It was terrifying. It was. I walked in and I was just like, and then I walked out and I waited for my friend and I texted her like, hurry up. Waited like 15 minutes. She wasn't
Hurry
there.
up! I'm gonna need reinforcements.
I need help
for all these lady dangly parts.
Yes. I'm like, all right. 15 minutes passed. I'm like, I'm just gonna go in there. I'm just gonna get in the hot tub and I'm just gonna do it. And I walked in there with my robe and I just looked around again and I just left and I couldn't do it. It was just it was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Why did you call me? I would have ran support for you. I'd have been a hairy shoulder for you to cry on.
It was women only. And the weirdest thing is the women that scrub and do the massages, they were in black lacy bras and underwear.
Okay, now you're just toying with our emotions. This place doesn't exist. You played Diablo
It's
all
on
weekend.
Wilshire, I promise you.
All right, viewer army, we'll give you a little camera and let you go.
There you go.
Wait, so what? So moral of the story, you ended up getting naked and getting a good
I ended up just
scrub?
doing it. As soon as my friend got
That's
there
all
to
I
help
need to
me,
hear.
I did it, and I walked around and I opened stuff and I did it.
I found hidden compartments. I don't know. I got this decoder ring. What do you think it goes to?
No, I didn't find anything like that.
Oh.
Let's go around the web, shall we?
All right, if that's...
Poke around in the web.
Sure.
I got poked around.
I'm ready.
That's a way to start a Monday show.
You found much better loot than what I found in Diablo,
did.
I guarantee.
I guess you could look at it that way. First up today, a video of an elderly gentleman who just wants a beer.
He's not an elderly gentleman. He's a real man.
Oh.
A real man. And you know what? A regular old bottle opener ain't gonna work.
I like him. I like him.
That was one final drink for the ladies in his shack behind him. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, that's cute for a beer bottle, but not so much cute when he's using a chainsaw to open car doors, the mailbox, and the lid of the fish food container.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's why West Virginia has the highest per capita hand loss in the country. It's true. Look it up.
Getting your carpet cleaned can be a difficult process.
Well, how long was it this weekend? Like, how difficult? Scale of 1 to 10.
I was there for about 50 minutes.
That sounds difficult.
It was
That's a
dirty
long time.
carpet. Sorry, Vinny.
Right. It's especially difficult, though, if this is your cleaning lady.
I love her. I just love her.
Right, we have the Roomba.
Little cutie.
have it.
It's a Roomba.
Listen, when you suck that much at sucking, is there anything left for you? I mean, really, is there?
I mean, there's always vlogging.
Oh, that's true. No, that's she
Yeah.
found a silver lining.
Great.
There's
Thank
hope,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Up next, witness the magic of live television.
Yes, here's a clip from ABC's K10 Texoma where someone doesn't quite realize they're already on the air. Guess who?
I'm so pale.
You're on it.
Today, snow is crippling much of the Washington lowlands. 1 of 3 inches of snow fell in Seattle and other areas.
That's my favorite one of the day.
That's the best clip ever.
okay.
You so pay. No, you so fired. You are.
On the plus side, now she has plenty of free time to tan.
That is true.
Yeah?
Like, we haven't done it in a while around these parts, but if anyone deserves it, it's clearly this pale lady.
Yeah, come on back, pale face.
I'm so pale.
You're on it.
Today, snow is crippling much of the Washington lowlands. 1 of 3 inches of snow.
Yes.
That news
Pale
report is
face.
instantly better.
Here are some junior scientists.
Yeah. Listen, it is tough out there for OK Go cover bands these days. Just gotta go the
I
extra
think
mile.
they're doing a science project.
You think that's for science?
Yeah.
Listen, if all science experiments are that exciting, I would be a physicist by now. To the nth degree. The coat on and everything.
I think you mean physicist, Kevin.
Physicist. With a master's laureate in science.
Okay.
Now for our...
You're precious.
Thank you.
Precious.
For our final Around the Net, we are going straight to the world-famous Douche Beach!
Yeah! No trip to Douche Beach will be complete without an ill-conceived plan to trap a helpless animal on video.
Yes, and no video at Douche Beach would be complete without a soundtrack from a band full of such enormous douches that they literally sued their own fans. Anyone? Metallica. That's who it is.
Here's their beach-appropriate plotting tribute to nightmares, Enter Sandman, which takes a slightly different meaning to this video.
Put some bait. Yo, no, get this all flat over here.
Yeah, make it seem like a seagull's already big.
I want him to be my boyfriend.
I'm not impressed.
Really?
I'm not impressed. I'm
What?
sorry.
What?
Anyone can have their own celebratory title card. You just...
Okay.
Here. Little explosion, a little American flag behind you, some cool font choices. Done. Told you.
Okay, but why is there a tiny version of me in your hand?
Couldn't find good seagull clip art. We looked, and it was just easier to just lasso you out.
That's creepy.
It made sense at the time.
Okay. Now, before he goes, we're revisiting some of Kevin's greatest moments, and that means we've got another Kevin classic from way back on October 31st, 2008.
I don't know that this is a greatest moment.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think this is just
Great.
easy to find in the library. But here's a look at the time that I opened a Halloween theme park right here in our studio.
Kevin Pereira's Haunted Hayride.
Hey, who's ready for a hayride?
Kevin Pereira's Haunted Hayride.
How do you like them apples?
Kevin Pereira's Haunted Hayride.
Pick the right pumpkin? You might get a prize.
Kevin Pereira's Haunted Hayride.
I have a funny story about bobbing for apples, actually. I had a Halloween party at my house, and we had a bobbing for apples thing. This is in, like, high school. And somebody thought it'd be funny to pee in the bobbing for apples tank, and then I bobbed for apples in the pee thing. And it was not cool. I'm not gonna name your name, but I remember you. My 10-year high school reunion's coming up. We're gonna have to talk.
Have you forgiven your father?
It wasn't Dad.
Oh. Who was it? That's out him.
His name starts with a B.
Oh, that narrows it down.
Yeah.
Are you really going to your 10-year?
I'm going.
Are you going to film it?
Am I gonna film it?
Yeah. Like for the show, like for us. I mean, you should go there and just tell
You
everybody.
guys want to see my 10-year?
Yes!
All right.
I kind of want to.
All right, give me a little stick cam thingy.
We'll figure out the logistics.
Okay.
Yes.
Still ahead, I'm not Myra rates the Jambox by Jawbone in Gadget.
This compact portable speaker lets you turn anything into a concert or a conference call, which is far less rock, but
Yeah.
whatever. I would love it. Hey! Do you want a portable speaker that fits in your pocket? Of course you do! Don't you miss carrying around your tunes in style? Well, this might help. It's the Jambox by Jawbone. The Jambox packs the power of that old boombox into an incredibly small speaker. It connects wirelessly to all of your Bluetooth-enabled devices and can be used as a speakerphone. This tiny wireless boombox can be yours for $179. You're gonna get stuffed into a locker if you march down the street with this. Hey, Matt Myra's here, everybody! Hey! Hi! Two adorable things in one shot.
We're special.
A couple weeks ago, we talked about the Bose SoundLink. We gave it a 5 out of 5. That's as many as we could possibly give it.
Yep.
Today, we're looking at its competition, the Jambox by Jawbone.
There it is.
It's pretty. I have one of these. They've been around for a little while.
These
I like
are,
mine.
Yeah, this has been around for a little while. We kept getting viewer feedback submissions saying, hey, look at this thing.
Sure.
And I said, all right, fine. Here it is. It's small. It's a little bit taller than a Wiimote. It's like a very tiny thing. The device is wrapped in aluminum. And it's a nice grill. You have rubber on top and bottom, which is doubly good for grip, so it doesn't roll around on your desk when it's thumping. And it's also got the textured buttons. So this is actually a very good design. It does attract a little bit of dust, but other than that, it's pretty good. Simple controls on the top, volume up, volume down, circle button, which does some cool things like talk to you.
Battery is about full.
What?
Yeah. Thanks, Jambox.
That's so sweet. Technology.
It's like Siri, but it doesn't need the internet to tell me things. On the side, we have a micro USB port, so you can update the software if you're ever going to do that. I wouldn't, but I'm just lazy. There it is. There's a three-way switch right here. This will toggle on, off, and pairing. So it's pretty easy to pair, too.
Well, let's talk about that, because there's no real indicator lights other than around the power button. But it does have that crazy computer voice trapped in it. Does that help you pair the device?
Battery is about full.
It's still full. Crazy, that battery.
It's such a good battery.
But
it's very simple to pair.
It helps you pair it, right?
Very
It's nice and
simple to pair. Both satellite stores does the same thing. You flick that up, it starts blinking. You get your tablet out or your Bluetooth telephone, and you're ready to go. You simply just select it there, and you are ready to jam with the Jambox. The range is solid as well. It's 30 feet, they say. But I've never had a problem. So I don't know why they rate Bluetooth at 30 feet.
Well, they just don't want, because somebody's house will have a configuration where 30 feet away, it totally drops. Whether it's microwaving a Hot Pocket.
I used to lie to people at the Apple Store all the time when they came with Wi-Fi problems. Be like, oh, you got chicken wire in your walls, probably. Sorry, I can't help you. It was really just, I didn't know the answer. So that's what I said to you. And you believe me, you idiots.
That's the genius bar way. Well, people shouldn't be fooled by its size, though. The speaker can actually pump out pretty loud sound.
Yeah, it actually does. It's very surprising. This thing, I didn't have high expectations because it's so small.
Sure.
But
you think maybe it's like, what is it, a couple cell phone speakers crammed into a pretty case? Like,
yeah,
that's
I was expecting like a tinny, like, you know, the free speakers that sometimes some kid gets, like a backpack that has a speaker in it.
Right.
And you're expecting that kind of thing. But this thing pumps. It gets really loud at full volume. You got clear mids, excellent lows.
Good
I was
bass,
very, very surprised by that. But when you turn it up, it does distort. So that's a little bit of a bummer. The case, when the volume is down mid-range, you're actually getting really good sound out of this thing.
Yeah.
But when you crank it, it's going to
You're going to want to
distort.
crank it, though, because to be honest, the high end on this isn't as high as some other portable speakers or even some other docks.
Yeah.
So you're going to want to listen to it at max volume, and I agree. I think the highs do get a little lost in the shuffle.
And the audio is very directional. So this thing, you point it at your face. That's where you want it. You want it right here. That's where you listen to things. All that said, the sound quality, very impressive for the size that this thing is.
All right, now this thing, according to the box, can also be used as a speakerphone.
Yeah.
According to that breathy sound you just made, tells me it's probably not the best speakerphone in the world.
Let me tell you, it was terrible as a speakerphone. This was nice.
Battery is about full.
Love that.
Okay, yeah.
But that's as clear a voice as you're going to get out of this thing.
Right.
The phone sounded really distorted, and people had a hard time hearing me. So as
Well, those
far
are really
as I
the
know,
two qualities of any good phone conversation,
That's
is being able
how-
to hear somebody and them being able to hear you.
I have heard old recordings of Graham Bell going, "Watson, I need you," and it sounded better than this thing did.
So you're saying record your conversations to wax cylinder, send
Yeah.
them to a friend, use this only for music.
Yeah, just FedEx it overnight. You'll be having a better conversation than with this thing. The noise cancellation, I think that's part of the issue here. This is a Jawbone. It looks like a Jawbone Bluetooth headset.
Sure.
It looks exactly like one. It's got some of the same noise canceling features in here, but it didn't really work that well. Maybe there's going to be a software update. I don't know. I doubt it, though.
All right, well, what about that battery? Because last 3 times we checked, it was almost full.
Well, let's see.
Battery is about full.
Excellent battery
it's about
life.
full,
It's
okay.
still about full, everybody. We were streaming Spotify for about 3 hours, and it had a significant amount of battery, almost full, in fact.
Wow.
That's
the only thing it knows how to say, by the way.
The Jambox says the average battery life you're going to get is about 10 hours.
Okay.
And I don't doubt that. One cool thing, though, the battery life is displayed on your iPhone as well. So it's right there.
Oh, look, it's about full.
It's about full right there, and it looks like the old Apple Bluetooth headset that failed miserably.
Yeah, anybody remember that?
No one does.
Just one guy crying in
See,
a corner.
Apple, you
A
can
waste of
suck
money.
at things too.
Oh. It's that chicken wire in the walls, man. It messes up all their
That's
products.
probably a problem. I mean, you should probably got a bad plist file somewhere in your. Yeah, let's restart that.
In your RAM base?
Yeah.
We'll flash that.
I would just blow out folders and they'd think it was fixed, but it wasn't.
That's
it wasn't.
do I really have to lose those photos of my child? I don't know.
Yeah,
You want to connect to the internet ever again?
Yeah, those
Delete.
kids gotta go. Sorry.
You can get the Jambox.
Remember
by
the
Jawbone.
first birthday with your memories, not your pictures.
Steve Jobs doesn't care about your kid. $179 is what this thing costs. If I believe it, it's $179.99. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
It's 1 penny less than
What's
money.
the verdict, Matt Myra?
We're giving it 4 out of 5.
Hey!
Because of the size. So it pumps out I'm sorry, I accidentally hit that button that time. Sound quality for the size is very impressive. Bluetooth connectivity is very solid. Speakerphone, if it worked, I would say 5 out of 5, but it doesn't. This is a good device. It's a unique sort of thing for portability and sound. If you're looking for something to take with you that sounds pretty good, this is not a bad idea.
Podcasts in the shower or throw it in a bag and take it to a hotel. It
I
works.
love listening to myself on podcasts in the shower.
You're all I listen to.
It's
in
a
the shower.
weird thing.
He's all I do.
Thank you.
He gets me clean.
I do.
That's it for Matt Myra and Gadget Prawn. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
But now, over to Sarah Underwood.
Hey! Still ahead, actor Ken Marino is here live to talk about his burning love. You have been warned.
All right, folks, it's time to take a look at some burning love. This kind does not require ointment, so it's good.
Come on in. Have a seat. Before we get to the physical, I want to hear about the emotional.
Right.
What is it you're looking for in a soulmate?
Wow. That's a great question. That's a really great question. I guess I'm looking for someone who loves life the way I love life, you know? You know, someone who'll be my best friend, but doesn't ask too many questions, because that's kind of annoying. Maybe somebody, I don't know, ethnic.
Did you say ethnic?
Yeah, like colored.
You mean African American?
I don't know if that's the proper term, but
It is.
black.
African American.
Okay, African American. Maybe somebody even African American.
Well, we have put together a great group of girls.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
And I think one of them...
Is African American?
No, I think one of them is going to be perfect for you. Should we meet them?
Let's do it.
Please welcome Ken Marino. Hello. Hi. How are you, sir?
Hi, how are you? Good
I'm doing very well. I've been a fan of yours for a very long time. It's a pleasure to chat with you.
Jeez, thanks.
I'm sorry that it has to be under the guise of this reality dating show that you're doing.
Why?
Do you watch these things?
I
like
do.
The Bachelor, The
I do.
Bachelorette, I don't know what else there is. Temptation Island. Is that one still on?
Reality shows in general.
Yeah, in general.
But the dating ones, yeah, I do watch them. I find that there are two different types of people who watch them. People who watch them for the romance and to get swept away in that,
Sure.
and then the people who are kind of the same type of people who stop to look at like a car wreck. And I feel like...
Are you in it for the train wreck?
I am in it for the train wreck, the car wreck, although I'm starting to become a hybrid. I have to admit, I'm sort of swept away by it. There's a guilty pleasure in...
So now when Felicia doesn't get the rose, that is your car wreck now.
I am, that's right. I'm a mess for like several days until I see what happens.
Do you watch solo? Do you get the guys together like a big UFC match and you get a couple dips?
My wife and I watch.
Okay.
We have been watching. She actually wrote Burning Love.
Right.
And then...
that's huge. Like, that's really, you got a good catch there. Someone who could create a series and then also create a series so that her husband can make out with a bunch of different women.
Yeah, she's a good wife.
That is a good find.
No, but actually that's the weirdest part of it, because I directed it as well,
Right.
and you know, the idea that I have to be like, okay, and now now you have to make out with me. You know, or like we did a scene where all the girls are in a pool, and I walk out and they're all supposed to go crazy over me, and I'm like, okay, so I have to direct them to be like, I'm going to walk out the door, and then I want all of you to look at me and scream and be like, yeah, and it just made me feel disgusting, kind of.
You've arrived. You've earned that. You've earned the right to tell a pool full of women, you should cheer when I come into this backyard.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, it's very uncomfortable.
Really?
As is this conversation right now.
Well, I'm happy to be half of this uncomfortable car wreck here.
No, it's mostly me.
But no, you have such an ensemble cast, though. Like, how does it feel ordering them around?
It's great. I mean, it's great. I mean, we were really lucky because we have Malin Ackerman and Kristen Bell and Adam Scott and Michael Ian Black, Ben Stiller. There's just a bunch of funny women, Janet Varney and Abigail Spencer, all these great people, and
But real amateurs on the set, though.
What's that?
Like the real amateurs on the set, though.
So they didn't know what
got
they were
to tap
doing.
into the director's bone.
That's right. I had to really kind of show them the right way to perform because they're all they don't know what they're doing. There you go, Malin Ackerman.
And what's the, you know, having this on something like Yahoo's Comedy Channel, like having this be the home for it, does that give you immense freedom? Do you not even care where it's going to actually be displayed? You just want to make the content?
I think what's great about it is, you know, when you do something for the internet or you do a web series, you have a lot more freedom than doing like a big project.
Sure.
Where there's a lot more people looking at it and trying to kind of mess with it a little bit. And I think there's a certain freedom to doing a show like this on the internet because you have a singular voice and you can kind of come out and do what you want. And those type of projects tend to be more appealing to me and hopefully to other people.
Well, and I love that even as the character, Ken has his own Twitter account.
Yes. Mark Orlando has his own.
Mark does. I'm sorry.
Mark Orlando has his own Twitter account. Yeah.
What are you writing that specifically? Is that something that you're just doing for fun now, or?
My wife and I. Well, nobody's going to know about this, right?
Nobody watches this.
No, I'm sure people watch, but we'll just edit this out.
Yeah.
My wife and I write it.
Crazy. Yeah. Crazy. So it's not actually him.
It's not really him. He doesn't really do it. But he likes to LOL a lot when it's not appropriate. Right. So he just like writes something like brush my teeth today. LOL. Right. You know. And then I started having like a Twitter war with him, where I was like, why is this guy laughing at stuff? Why is this guy laughing? And that's the war. It wasn't that impressive, the war.
Hey, that's me. It was over very quickly. That is you. The character loves from
himself.
We learned that he loves himself.
Yeah.
He fancies himself not a great guy, but just one of the good ones.
Just a good guy.
Which I love.
Just one of the good guys. Just one of the good ones. Yeah.
So
I'm not great. I'm just one of the good ones. Yeah.
And so between this and which looks so funny, between this and everything else, where do you get recognized the most? Like where? Is there a particular project that people go, I remember that?
Different. I can gauge, different people recognize from different things.
Sure.
Like I've done some kind of cult comedy things, and then I've done like Dawson's Creek, and
I'm sure you get Dawson's Creek. I'm sure you get Wet Hot American Summer.
And then I like there's some like sci-fi guys or people who like Reaper and stuff like that. But the weirdest one I get, and I get it quite often, which is a testament to I guess Disney World where it's seen, is when you wait in line, when you wait in line on like rides and they have like videos.
Right, tell you how to buckle your safety belt and put your belongings in a
or
thing.
Like sometimes they do like it's like a little show.
Yeah.
I'm on the rock and roller, the Aerosmith's rock and roller coaster.
What, in Disney World?
Yeah, Disney World, and we did it like I don't know.
I was like, how old is that coaster? That's like late 90s, right?
I did it. I shot it I think in '98, but I'm the sound board guy.
The sound tech.
And it's me, and I don't have any lines. I'm just like mixing sound and kind of looking back at Aerosmith, the band, and Ileana Douglas is their manager. And so she's like, you guys got to get out there, play some rock and roll music so when they're on the roller coaster, they enjoy it. Oh, I don't even know what the... and I'm just, all I do is this, and every once in a while I like, you hear something they say, and I'm like...
That's amazing.
And then they all leave. They all leave, and I'm just there by myself, kind of laughing, like, wow, Aerosmith, yeah. And that's and then I get
a terrible way to level an album, by the way.
I don't
the
know
vocals are cutting in and out.
This is me.
Drums are in and out.
Yeah. That's how I mix sound. So that's the weirdest thing I get recognized from, the rock and roller coaster, the Aerosmith rock and roller coaster. But I made like $500 doing it, so.
Hey, a win-win, my friend.
Thank you.
Amazing. I wish we had that footage to pull up right now, but next time we'll drop it in post and we'll cut out the part about you guys writing the Twitter account. This interview's
nobody will know
when it hits air. I'm kidding, it's gonna be great. Ken, such a pleasure.
Hey, thank you so much.
I appreciate it. And Burning Love looks fantastic.
Thanks, man.
Can't tell you enough. It premieres June 4th, by the way, on Yahoo's Comedy Channel, so go check it out. But now, We're going to talk to sneakers.
Sneakers. Some can be pretty smelly, but today's are extra fresh. First up is Nike's new What the Max line. Back in 2008, Shane Kohatsu, innovation guru for Nike basketball, took a trip to China. There he noticed the hoopsters played in a variety of sneakers to deal with the hot and humid conditions. Shane worked for 2 years on developing a shoe that was both durable and breathable. That research spawned hyperfuse technology, a method for combining materials without stitching.
Stitching on basketball shoes is one of the first things to fail. And so we knew we wanted to start with a mesh as a base for our material because it's so lightweight and breathable. But we needed to figure out a way to add structure without adding stitching.
Then Nike sportswear innovator Ben Schaefer took hyperfuse one step further by utilizing the way the technology absorbed color.
So it ended up really offering us some unique visuals, and that intersecting of layers became something that's actually quite beautiful.
Translucent primary colors make up the vibrant palette for these new Nike Air Max 90s, 95s, and 2012s. Look for these brightly redone classics to hit retail soon for around $170. And if you need to class it up a bit, but want to keep the comfort of a pair of Nikes, then check out Cole Haan's Lunar Grand Wingtips. These snazzy dress shoes take Nike's Lunar Lawn cushioning system and pair it with Cole Haan's suede and leather wingtip designs. The flexible and lightweight soles make slipping on dress shoes actually comfortable. Plus, you'll surely stand out from the crowd with the soles coming in a variety of eye-catching colors. Style and functionality blended swimmingly, starting at $250. And finally, what's better than free? Nothing. Nothing is better than free. But first, check out these new quarters from Gravis Footwear. The quarters come in a clean canvas design with plenty of colors to choose from. And if you're a skater, you'll probably want the more durable LX version, which features the Gravis Signature Waxed Canvas Upper. Gravis Footwear is giving away a pair of their new quarters each month through their Instagram photo contest. To get a pair for $0, all you have to do is follow @Gravis Footwear and tag your best photo with hashtag Gravis Photo Contest. Each month, professional skater Arto Sari will pick the best photo and send you a pair of Gravis quarters. You can post as many photos as you want, and they can be of anything you like, although pics like this probably won't win you much.
Listen, as usual, our Twitter wall is just a hot mess of text and thumbnails.
Yeah.
And Sarah was like, Kevin, can I pick the tweet today? And I said, yes, you can, princess.
Oh, is that what she said?
So you go ahead and
Okay.
pick the tweet.
Okay. Let's see here. The Benson 108 Viewer Army Spa Day. Where do I sign up?
Oh.
Although kind of scared of lady dangly parts. We
Don't
don't
be
have
scared.
dangly parts.
You know, well,
What ladies do you know?
I mean, I visited all corners of the internet. I mean, I'm just, they're all snowflakes. They're gentle and they're unique. And
No dangly parts.
come on, take them with you. Take the kid with you to your Viewer Army Day. Why not?
There's no men allowed. Thank
Korean
goodness.
spa?
Yeah.
We'll dress them up. It'll be great. We'll do a
Okay.
makeup gag.
Okay.
Great. Myra
Hey,
will
that
be
could
there
be
in a
something.
dress.
That's a package.
Done.
Yeah.
Hey, for that tweet, you and the entire Twitter wall are gonna have to share one shoe. Oh, you want a pair of these quarters? Courtesy of Gravis Footwear, you lucky ducks.
Stay tuned. We've got your first look at the new James Bond movie Skyfall in the feed. Does that smell good? Yeah, it does. Cheese.
Hey, you know who likes free stuff?
Yeah. Everyone?
Yes, that sounds right. Today, we are giving you the chance to win Hollywood movie money certificates.
Yeah.
In other words, it's like free tickets,
Oh,
basically,
yay.
to see Chernobyl Diaries. If you want to be one of 50 lucky winners, go to g4tv.com/epic giveaway.
Yes, get your entry in between now and 9 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday, May 22nd to be eligible. Then get ready to experience the fallout once Chernobyl Diaries hits theaters on Friday.
Prepare to be wrapped in the warm embrace of news. Sarah Underwood, take it away.
It's a bug right there. It's time to start the feed.
All the news you need to know. The feed.
I just looked crazy doing that, but there was really a bug there. Believe me, I know you couldn't see it. It's Monday, May 21st, and here are your top stories. The future of space will have to wait. Over the weekend, SpaceX hit a snag on their planned launch to the International Space Station. Yeah, due to a failed check valve on the engine, they had to abort launch of the Falcon 9 rocket just moments before takeoff on Saturday. When it does lift off, the Dragon capsule aboard the rocket will be the first commercial spacecraft to deliver payloads and dock with the ISS. And additional companies are lined up to follow in SpaceX's footsteps. Now, the launch has been rescheduled to early tomorrow morning. Are you miles away from Florida? Well, worry not. Tune into our show tomorrow, and we'll talk to SpaceX about the launch and what this means for the future of space exploration. Yes, now beyond cat pictures and memes, Reddit is known for spontaneous acts of kindness. Now, the site's massive community is banding together to do some good for our troops. Co-founder Alexis Ohanian is appealing to the community to send the men and women of our armed forces some much-needed care packages. Using the site's gift exchange, troops are asked to request their ideal package, and then community members can team up to fulfill their wishes. The one and only Stephen Colbert has already kicked things off by sending a package, and you can do the same by hitting up redditgifts.com, so go do that. Now, scientists have just discovered a startling secret about the Arctic tundra. Hidden beneath the frozen landscape lies the largest concentration of methane on Earth. Now, for those not in the know, methane is one of the most potent greenhouse gases and significantly contributes to the warming of our planet. The discovery was published by Professor Katie Walter Anthony, who is seen here lighting pockets of gas on fire with her students in Alaska. Little was known about the amount of methane trapped in the ice before because scientists had no way of studying it. But now, as the ice caps begin to melt, they're releasing the trapped methane, which will cause the planet to get even warmer, melting even more ice and releasing more methane, and so on and so forth. Oh my gosh, if you didn't need more convincing to go green. Now, finally, everyone's favorite smooth-talking international man of mystery is back, and we have the first official teaser for this fall's upcoming blockbuster, Skyfall. Yes, this is amazing. Directed by Sam Mendes, the same guy who brought us Road to Perdition and Jarhead. Now, this is shaping up to be one of the best Bond movies ever. Yes! Skyfall hits theaters November 9th. I am Sarah Underwood, and you have just been fed. Still ahead, Candace Bailey pays a visit to Rick Baker's studio and checks out some animatronic creatures from Men in Black 3. I'll need souvenirs, Candace, or whatever you can fit in your purse, please, and thank you.
This portion of Attack of the Show is brought to you by Chernobyl Diaries. Experience the fallout in theaters this Friday.
Tomorrow on Attack of the Show.
We go back in time with actress Alice Eve, who's here with the latest on Men in Black 3. Then, on DVD Day, we rate new DVDs including Daniel Radcliffe's horror film, The Woman in Black, and cult favorite, Sherlock Season 2. And Jessica Chobot heads to Maker Faire to check out this year's DIY robots and steampunk creations.
It's Attack of the Show tomorrow at 7.
Candace Bailey loves men in black. She also loves freakish rubber things, and that's probably why she's paying a visit to Rick Baker's studio. Probably. She's freaky.
With a huge summer blockbuster like Men in Black 3 about to drop on the world, the man behind these adorable and kind of creepy aliens is legendary special effects artist Rick Baker, and today he's opened his studio for us.
Okay. How do you know my name?
So, Rick, you are the creator of everything in this room. How does a phone call go down with Men in Black director Barry Sonnenfeld?
The first film was a real learning experience for all of us. I mean, we didn't really know what Men in Black was, and we all had to discover that. But one of the first things they said is that we want to see aliens like we've never seen before. I was saying, it's going to be hard to make things like you've never seen before, and we didn't know what the tone of the movie was.
Now, did he have ideas in his head about exactly what he wanted?
No, they didn't have ideas, they just wanted to see things. And the problem always is in the movie business, too, is there's a lot of people in the mix, and they all wanted to be involved. And we did more drawings in that one film than my whole career put together.
Is that letter?
If it's a makeup, like what's on Vincent D'Onofrio back here, who was Edgar in the first film, we kind of start with a photo of the actor. I'll do the designs over the photograph, and then we take a cast of his head, and then we do sculptures on that cast. And once you get the design set, which takes a long time, you know, then the sculpture, if you get something like this, it's all modeled out of clay. There can be 2 months' work just in the sculpture part. We then have to make the mechanics, because this is a whole animatronic character. So, I mean, something like this can take 6 months.
Now, how many of these do you have to make for the movie?
On Men in Black 3, we made, I think at the last count, we had 127 aliens. We worked on it for, I think, about 8 months prep time. I started out in low-budget independent films in the 70s, and I was lucky if I got 2 weeks prep.
So, who is this?
We call this one Polly. Polly has servo motors, like same thing that they're on the radio-controlled airplanes or cars or boats or whatever. Powering up, and then nothing. There you go.
Hi! So what's the backstory on Polly?
Well, Polly actually originated in Men in Black 2, and this alien had no eye. And this was kind of like this symbiotic kind of like thing that, you know, would ride on the alien's head and actually be the eye for it.
What's that? Oh, I love you too, Polly.
This is Spiky Bulba. Spiky Bulba's radio controlled. I have head functions here and a little mouth function.
How much time did this take?
Oh, it's like months of work. I mean, just the sculpture alone took quite a bit of time. Because we have limited space to put mechanisms in. I mean, all the servos are inside his body.
Rick, thank you so much for showing us around upstairs, down here. We've seen so many cool characters. Can I take Polly home?
No.
Thanks, aliens. Also, thanks, Candace.
Yes, thanks to both those.
Yeah, it's time for today's epic fail.
Dancing teenagers. What could possibly go wrong?
I got
Alright. Yeah.
Like any dance party that ends with a concussion, I'm a fan of. Sign me up.
Fail that cheap ceiling.
Yes.
Figure it out.
What are you figuring out?
What we're going to talk about right now. Figure it out.
Well, oh my God! On the spot.
We have so much time.
Well, I could talk about Diablo for about 4 hours if you guys want to hear about it.
No. What
the
else?
real. What? Okay. We could thank our guests. We have a lot of them today.
Let's do that.
I want to thank Ken Marino. I'm a huge fan of his work. Burning Love looks amazing. Make sure you look at it. Myra, thank you for being here. Candace Bailey.
Yes.
She was really only here in package. We can take back that thanks.
No, thank you, Candace.
She should have been here and shut up and done some work. So.
What about me?
No thanks.
Me.
Huge thank you to Sarah Underwood for hosting with me. And thank you for watching. That's it.
Good night to you. I love you.
What was that?
So much.